We are waiting for the applause, otherwise you're not gonna speak. Okay, thank you very much. Distinguished guests, esteemed panelists, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and good afternoon. It's a true privilege to open first ever Superyacht panel at Adria Future Summit here in Montenegro. As Asmira Group, we have been operating in the region since 2018, and Montenegro, for us, is our second home. It is always great pleasure to be here, and I would like to sincerely thank you for your welcoming and warm hospitality. What began as an idea through inspiring conversations with Biljana has now evolved into a platform that brings together some of the most influential voices in superyacht industry. My sincere thanks to Biljana, and of course to Alexander for his dedicated support, 724, in making this panel possible. And of course, special thanks to my co-moderator, Maurizio. Without him, this panel would not have happened. Thank you.
Thank you.
And before we begin, allow me to pause for a moment. April 23rd holds a very special meaning for us in Turkey and for all children across the world. It is National Sovereignty and Children's Day, a powerful reminder that the future is not something we inherit, rather something we build for the children. A truly unique day gifted to all children of the world by Atatürk, the visionary founder of the modern Republic of Turkey.
And good afternoon. Today we are here and we are bringing some of the most recognized professionals in our world, in our yachting world. And for me, I'm supposed to read everything, but you know, I'm sorry, but I didn't study the lesson, so I go like this. So anyway, what we're going to do today and what we would like to discuss is that superyacht doesn't go by name and size anymore. Superyacht industry enter in the next step, which means innovation, sustainability, technology, and a big change in lifestyle. That's what the superyacht industry is today. So I would like to thank my friends, I would say, or people that we know each other since a long time. And I would like to introduce Barbara Amer, which is the CEO of Amer Yachts, which is a leading voice in innovation, sustainability, and the future of, let's say, environment-friendly super yachts. Then we have Luca Dini, which I could write a book about Luca Dini. We know each other since 32 years, so I know him inside out. And it's not only design iconic super yachts, now is deeply involved in marina, waterfront developments, and all around the world. Then we have Stefan Frauscher, and Stefan is fourth generation. It's about 100 years that is into yachting construction, and it's a pioneer of electric boats. So it will give us a big vision on electric boats. Then, last but not least, Vladimir, which is the CEO of GX Superyachts and Greenline. And again, he is a pioneer in sustainable innovation and hybrid propulsion technology for craft, for boats up to 20 meters as Greenline, and now in superyacht with GX Superyachts. So this is, I think I finished my homework, and we can start with the discussion. So Gonca,
Yeah, okay, I'm going to shoot the first question. All right, the Superyacht is undergoing a significant transformation in terms of design, sustainability, innovation, and lifestyle, as already Maurizio mentioned. So, dear Luca, you have been designing the Superyachts more than 2 decades. From your perspective, what will define the future of superyachts over the next decade, and how might this evolution reshape or redefine the expectations of owners, prospective owners, and guests of the superyachts?
So, thank you, Gonca. Thank you for the invitation. So, I would like to show you in a very quick way what's happening in the yachting industry today. In the past, the idea of when you design a yacht, the idea was to, first of all, to create a big navy, a big ship, but it was far from the sea. So this was is a clear sample, where the boat, the distance from the customers and the sea and the nature was absolutely visible. So the boat was without great opening, without big windows, and so those are some sample, and that was what we designed in the 90s. After that, today, the request from the owner, not only from the exterior, but we will see also from the interior. The request is to be more in contact with the environment, with the sea. So we changed completely our attitude, our idea. And we arrive at this. This is a sample of 55 meters that I did in a shipyard in Italy, where it's absolutely understandable the link with the nature, with the environment, and the interiors. So it's not more the time to have a show-off, but it's the moment to live on board with family, friends, and so on, very close to the environment around you. So large windows, big outdoor spaces. Today, sometimes, the outdoor is more important than the indoor. It's the contact that you have, and this is a sample of a project. This is not a real boat, it's a project, but this is just to show you what I told you before. So to be really in contact with the exterior. So we reduce also the superstructure, the steel, the aluminum, just to have more opening, just to have more areas, really based on also architecture, because things today are mixing, and just to live, also from the interior to live the outdoor spaces. So this is the most significant difference that we have today when we design yacht. Having having the possibility really to enjoy the sun, the open air. It's totally different. In the past, most of the customers, they prefer to live indoor with air condition, full speed. Today, again, it's totally different. So also as a designer, and probably as the builder, same, we have to pay attention to the outdoor and to the environment. That's absolutely, it's a must. Interior, same. When I started in the 90s, this was the idea of the interior. Now, this is extreme, okay? But it's just to explain you the request from the owners. They have to, at that time, to show how rich they were and how much we can do in the interior, so onyx, gold everywhere, and so on. Today, again, it's less show-off and it's more elegance. We are talking about to be more descriptive, more elegant. So those are some sample about that we are doing today that are, again, clean, elegant, simple. People, they want to have a moment, again, with the family and guests in a very smooth way, not something that they have to show how rich they are when they arrive in a marina or in a port. So, you know, in 30 years, less than 30 years, the mentality and the approach of a designer of yachting is completely changed. Now is more, we are thinking more about lifestyle and a way of living on board in a simple way than something that to show how much power we have. So that's it, the difference.
Thank you, Luca. Thank you. We really see how dramatically changed the taste of the clients and customer and what they are expecting at the moment. Thank you very much, Luca.
Barbara, since Luca explained us from the designer point of view how the market changed, as a builder, we know when we are talking about sustainability, we immediately think to propulsion, you know, because the CO2, but besides the propulsion, what, if you can tell us what the clients are asking and what, as a shipyard, we can do in order to be more sustainable. Like, for argument's sake, years ago we were natural marble, as Luca said, and this kind of raw material, like the bourmatique, which is almost forbidden. So how the shipyard can go towards a more sustainability construction, like biomaterials? I mean,
I agree with Luca that now we go towards efficiency, optimization. Both are simple because the focus is the sea. So, the choice to build a yacht sustainable is not simple, it's very complex. We need the cooperation. We cannot do alone. The best is involve our supply chain because we don't have to see only the product, but all the way to reach the final building means from the beginning, from the projecting, we can act with different action to help the boat have less impact. We are lucky because the life of a yacht is very long, and we had also a second life with refitting, so is a durable good. So what we can do is discover new material, test, so there is a big investment in research and development, and for this reason I totally agree with open innovation because we have to be more generous. When we find a good solution, we have to share because it costs a lot. And the idea of, share and open the shipyard also to colleagues because if we find a good solution, it can be adopted also by other colleagues. And for example, I'm studying the basalt is a different resin because the problem of the composite is end of life. We have to think also at the end of life of the material. And we have created a special research supply chain to study in a very serious way to report. And we are open to share the result also with other shipyards. But if you start in this way, you discover that there is a traditional material and there is also another choice that you can do that has less impact or in creating this material or using the material or the logistic also when you supply the material because, for example, I use vintage teak for interior, but come from Indonesia, so I have to think also about the impact of the logistic. It's a very long study, but at final, you can map all this action and reduce the impact. So not only propulsion, but all the supply chain can help you. And we need a younger generation because to do this could be also involved the artificial intelligence to analyze the data. And these are all new jobs that can attract the younger generation.
Thank you very much, Barbara. Before, I have a question from Vladimir, but I would like to say something. When we are talking about superyachts, everybody are saying is a big toy for rich people. This is something that I hate. Building a yacht is an industry. Building a yacht is a very complex process from the designer point of view, from the engineering point of view, from the construction point of view. So it's a very important long process which gives a lot of people business. So it's not a toy. It's an industry, which is very important. Vladimir, one question. Still talking about sustainability, but focusing a little bit more on technology. We are talking, again, technology, so we immediately focus on propulsion, again, because this is the easiest way. Can you please tell us, since you are building a 42-meter super yacht, a very innovative project, which can stay at the anchor without using generators, so zero emission, up to 48 hours. Can you please tell us what the process to get there is? Cannot be only the propulsion. So if you can give us an idea, that would be very helpful.
Sure. Thank you, Luca and Barbara. You give the right trend of discussion. And you almost answer for many questions. And one of the questions, the trend is from the vessel, like in 90s design, and the lifestyle, it became a villa, super yachts. Actually, it's a villa today. Huge windows, a lot of space, a lot of gadgets. Every customer want to have access to the whole system via iPhones or applications. And it should be managing through distance and controlling through the distance. And this kind of villa need the energy. On the old-fashioned boats was a generator, maybe one fridge, maybe no TV even, no navigation, but today the equipment on board, it's much more complex than on a real house or villa. Because you get a different voltage, you get a different propulsion system, you get the thrusters, you get the air machines and air conditioning, marine with the intercoolers for the seawater. All of this equipment take energy. And we start developing the boats of the research of the needs and the complaint of the customers and crew. What they bother on the boat. What for they buying the boat and what they are not satisfying or expectations are not reached. And most of them, the question about the energy. If customer want to go on a swim on the anchor, the 1 or 2 generators are running all the time because boat could not get the blackout. It will not working. You need the constantly energy. It means that you're swimming and the smoke of the generators, noise of generators, pollution, vibration, and so on. You know. How to find the source of energy? We start to concentrate on this. Based on our Greenline experience of the 15 years and 1,000 hybrid boats which we built around, we know the solar energy today is not the fake. 15 years ago, the one solar panel delivered 125 watts. But today, it's 450 watts. It's more than 3 times more. And this number of energy became realistic. We started to build a solar plant on the 42-meter scale, and around the solar plant, we started to build the boat.
Right.
On the GX 42 meters coupe, we can supply up to 50 kilowatt of energy, which cover most of the energy which boat needed during the day. On the super yacht size of the 42 meters, you need approximately one generator, 80 kilowatts, which should run all the time. Okay, not all of this energy it's consuming, but for 2 days, the boat needs 1.5 megawatt.
Correct.
We calculating by minutes each equipment, how long it's running, how long it's consuming. And we find a way where we can save the energy. One of the biggest is air conditioning. Air conditioning, we can save today up to 60–70% of the regular air conditioning system consuming. The windows, the systems of preventing the direct sun heat penetration on the boat. All other systems we qualify only on the AAA category. We should looking on this, and this allows us to use the solar energy and the battery source, guarantee customer 48 hours on the anchor without any vibration, noise, and generators. No needed. The next question is propulsion system, as you mentioned it, Maurizio. By physics, this submarine which stay outside, it's a hybrid. It's have a diesel engine, electric generators, and electric motor. The hybrid system was invented more than 100 years ago in proof in the battlefields, in the civilian usage on these big ships. It's existing. The explanation is very easy. The diesel engine can supply you much more energy when propeller can load it. And this difference, we extra loading with the generator, which are storing energy in the batteries during the navigation, and afterwards we can use for the house or for propulsion system. It's very simple, proven technology, but it's need energy storage, batteries.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Battery storage today, technology improved a lot compared for the last 20–30 years, even compared to the last 5 years. The new technology, LFP, for example, they are not so flammable, they have a lot of cycles, lifetime is longer, energy source is available. We offer for the GX 42 meters 1 megawatt battery bank, which allow you to use the boat recharging with the solar and stay at least 48 hours. At least it means if the boat is full and the party on board, cooking, washing and drying, you know, all the activities, 48 hours will be absolutely sufficiently covered. And after you move the place at anchor, move the few hours by diesel engine, on the parallel time you're producing electric energy, which fully covered the full batteries, you know, will be recharged. Also, the term of sustainability, we are transferred to the different way. Could be diesel engine 2,600 horsepower be sustainable? Actually, not at all. But could we find the way and be responsible to use the smaller engines and deliver customer not less fun and comfort than on the bigger engines? Yes, we can. We can think about the lighter material, a little bit less of volume, the smart control of the systems. For example, not use air conditioning on empty cabins, for example. It could save a lot of energy, not using the lights on the empty cabins, you know, to compact the garbage on a certain way. It's a lot of features which can make a boat sustainable because of we are responsible for this. In the GX company, we say responsible yachting.
Yep.
We have to be responsible to be sustainable, or to be at least on this direction to be sustainable.
Correct.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So I will send my children to you so they switch off the lights in the house whenever they leave the room.
You have to do this from your phone.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the boat is a gadget.
Thank you very much, Vladimir, for the valuable explanations and information. Let's shift slightly to the owner's perspective. And dear Stefan, as Frauscher Shipyard, you have been building electrical boats since 50s. So you have a deep and profound heritage and that. So what do you think in the tender and chase boat segment, has sustainability evolved beyond a technical feature to become part of what owners now define as true luxury?
Thank you very much. Yeah. To maybe first follow Vladimir's comments, I totally agree. There is no shipyard in the world who is 100% sustainable. But I guess, and this is also what our clients want, and this is one of the first answers, I think people are buying with companies who are innovative and who are on this way to be sustainable, responsible. So it's not possible to have this absolutely green boat, but being on that way and making one step after the other to being greener and more innovative, I think this is the right way where the whole industry has to go. And I think at the moment we see that the industry is on that way. Luxury for our clients means privacy on water. It means, as we heard, also really this clean design, this being close to the nature, and electric mobility is a way there. But we also here have to be honest, electric boats are not for every client and not for every area. Also at Frauscher, our turnover of 80% is with normal power boats and only 20% is with electric boats. But we made a big step forward in the last years. And I'm deeply convinced that people buy sustainable products if they are the same fun than a normal boat. This means we have a technical way to go that sustainable boats have the same fun than a normal power boats. We use in one of our electric boats now, we have a cooperation with Porsche, and we are using, for example, there the technology of the new electric Macan in our boats. So with these boats, which you see here on the picture, we do more than 50 knots, so almost 100 kilometers per hour on top speed. And so you have the same top speed, you have no noise, almost no noise, no smell. So it's a totally different lifestyle on board, and this is more fun than being on a normal power boat. But if our client wants to go from here to Dubrovnik and back, then the electric boat is just not the right choice, because this is not possible. We need too much energy on the boat to make this happen at these times. But you have to start from somewhere. And for example, we have clients for these electric boats, not only on our small restricted lakes, we also have it in Abu Dhabi, in the United States, in Mallorca. So we have some special clients who want to have a boat like that, maybe not as their first choice, but as their second boat, third boat. And I think with this change of batteries, with this just this development, in a few years, we will see more and more electric boats on the market.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Stefan. You're welcome. Returning to sustainability, innovation, and technology, Barbara, I have a question for you. In an industry where aesthetic is perceived as everything, much of the true sustainable innovation, by the way, happens below the waterline or within shipyard processes. So which underrated technology today do you believe will become essential standard for yachting in the 2030s, for the next upcoming decade?
Personally, I think that the first step is reduce the speed for our client, save some speed, go slowly, because it can help for reduce the impact. Our engines are ready for receive HVO, a different fuel. I think that if they increase the production, could be a chance for the yachting, because this will permit to reduce 30% of impact, and we are perfect in Mediterranean area to use this new source. I see in the future also a mixture. We will adopt more hybrid on board, but we have to balance the major weight. So works if we project lighter models.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I see far other, like I know there is a nuclear project, but we have to wait a lot to adopt in a commercial way.
Stefan said something, but I want to ask you a question. Let's say that we discuss construction, so how we can build a boat more sustainable, but I'd like to check the limitation in performance, if any, with the hybrid system compare, and partially Stefan already introduced this subject. So do we have any limitation in terms of performance with the hybrid? How can we improve the hybrid system in order not to have limitation in terms of range or speed or whatever? This is to you.
To me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I took the example, the idea from Stefan. Then Stefan, I'll come back to you because I have another question.
Yeah, correct. I'm a Tesla driver. And when I decided to go on the electric car, it was 10 years ago, I find out I gain a lot compared to diesel or any combustion car. I need to drive long range, 500 kilometers a day. And for this, my car, combustion, every month we should have a service. Should have tires, should have brake pads, spark plugs, filters, belts, and so on, you know. And when I put together the numbers, I find out it's wow effect. Yeah. And I take a Tesla for ride and I ask, what is the service interval? And they say, oh, it's not. I say, what are the brake pads? They say, oh, what is your trips? I say, yeah, highway, 500 kilo, 250 one way, 250 back. And they say, you will never change them. And I started to use them. I already made 1.5 million kilometers. And okay, I changed cars, but I never changed in 250,000 kilometers brake pads. I have no spark plugs. I have no filters. I have nothing, you know. And the car is a gadget. I can put the air conditioning on now. The car is stay in Portorosh, and from here I can hang, I can open the doors, I can make a vent, I can prepare the car for temperature, I can activate the dock mode. I have a docks, you know, on the screen it's coming big number of the temperature. Please don't scare, my dock is under control, you know, something like this on the screen. I gain a lot, but when we talk about the boating and we talk about the electrification of the boat, I ask, could we offer something to gain customer? Could we offer him more distance? No. Could we offer him more speed? Very difficult. Could we offer him something which he will not sacrificing compared to the regular combustion engine boat? And the answer is almost nothing, only silent, no vibrations, which are good, but very short time. And how to behave on this respect? We start to look on the hybridization. When the customer wants, he can go short time with a slow speed, with a fully silent and the environmental friendly period and enjoy the electrification of the boat. But when he needs escape from the storm, to change his mind, or he get some long trip, he just start the diesel engine and enjoy the full range of the advantage of the diesel engine, when you want and when you need. And we cover both sectors. We cover all the disadvantage of combustion, and we gain the all advantage of electric boats. This is the answer for the question. For my vision, for the next close future, hybridization, it's one of the way to be sustainable, green, comparing to change the fuel, to replacing the infrastructure, and you know, to restudy all the drivetrains. You know, this is the kind of my vision.
I see. Nice. How many of you has an electric car? Bravo.
Bravo.
So now, based on what Vladimir said, you have to buy electric car, myself included. Stefan.
It's not advertising for electric cars.
And by the way, he's also Tesla dealer, so that's the reason why.
It's not true.
It's not. Stefan, in your opinion, since you are in the market for a long time as well, like all of us, when a client is approaching an electric boat, super yacht, whatever, they are approaching for status, for innovation, for sustainability, for, you know, be nice with the water. What is, in your opinion, or based on your experience, what is the drive?
Many of our clients, they're running their own company, and they are also, it's necessary for them also in their company to think straightforward, and they are into innovation. They want normally to have the same gadgets also when in their hobbies. So I don't think that the status is very important for them. It's more about being the first guy who is using the new technology and doing that. And I have to say, for example, yes, it's smart if you have your super yacht outside of Saint-Tropez and then you go in the harbor of Saint-Tropez with an electric boat. So this is people enjoy this moment also to show that they are on the right way, and maybe also that they have a green thinking even if they have a super yacht. So this is my opinion on that, it's not only about status, but it helps.
I agree. I asked the question just to get this confirmation.
Luca, so we started with you and we are going to finish with you. The question is coming for you. As the home of Superyacht continues to evolve, what role do you see waterfront developments playing in shaping global destinations? And do you imagine marinas becoming like cultural, social, and architectural landmarks?
Yeah, marinas are becoming completely different. It's, you know, we had before the sample of super yachting, what's happening, compare the past. And same is for the port and the marinas. Thanks to our experience, I did an island in the Red Sea with the big project in Saudi, Neom project with Mohammed bin Salman. And when we start to see the island that is Sindala, the island was completely empty, and we start from to study a marina because the intention was to be attractive for tourism, and we start to see the marinas. So when you have this possibility, you understand immediately which is the difference of the old marinas that we have around the world, in Europe and in Italy too, as this is a sample now in Genova, in Italy. The city center that you see there, it's where we have a commercial port, so a dirty place. And you are exactly in the center. The marina, where you have yachting, where you can create a certain kind of lifestyle, it's far from. So the experience for the owners and the guests and the tourists is missing. Same in Brindisi. Here we are in another small city in Adriatic Sea. And, again, they have a fantastic fjord in the middle of the town where the center is, But the marinas, it's outside, close to the airport. So those are two quick samples just to explain you what we are missing today in the marinas. You are missing the experiences. What the request, thanks to our experience in yachting, we exactly know what the owners, what the yacht owners ask us to have an experience. So Saint-Tropez, that all of us, we know it, this is the idea of the experience that we would like to give, to offer to our customer. The boat, the yachts are the activation of the village, of the town. It's not vice versa. So another sample is the Porto Vecchio, in Porto Cervo. So same. This is not a parking place. Marina are not a parking place for yachts. It's part of the lifestyle. Here you have a brilliant sample, no? This marina is great, is amazing. But probably what is missing is the experience for the entire country. So I think the people that I arrive in certain kind of marina, they leave the marina that is nice, full of restaurants, full of nice stores, nice shops. But what they are asking us is, okay, can we have a journey? Can we visit something around this place, around the marina? So, what we are doing in Albania, your neighborhood here, we are signed last year an agreement with the government, and we are the only one, with the Ministry of the Infrastructure, just to study together a strategy of the entire country, the entire coast of Albania. This is not because we wanna control anything. It's just to suggest them how, because they are doing, I think around 15 new marinas. And the risk is to have one similar or a copy of the other one. So also, the risk is to create a competition between all the marinas. So our idea with the Prime Minister, with Edi Rama, has been, okay guys, probably it's better to study a certain kind of diffused marina. So why we must have the same offer everywhere? It's a no sense. So we can create in all the region different offers just to convince the yacht owners that, first choice always is the Mediterranean, is Sardinia, is Costa d'Azur, is Ibiza, Capri Island. So now we have to attract more and more people here in that part of Europe, that will be Europe, 100%. So we have to offer something different and new. If we offer a marina that they can find everywhere, you are not creating the expectation, you are not creating something special. So we did also the agreement with M-Cube in Monte Carlo. Though this is the group of people linked with the yacht club in Monaco. That is the most famous and important yacht club in the world today.
It's a benchmark.
It's absolutely a benchmark. It's the number one. Yep. So what we are trying to explain also to Albania, you need experts in this world. It's not only a question of engineer, architecture, it's also the vision, the idea of what people need today and not 20 years ago. So those are some samples, what we are doing in Albania. And what we are trying, that is the most difficult part, is to try to have in this part of Europe an agreement with different countries also. Because if you want to be an alternative of the other part of Italy, this is important that you put on the table an agreement with all the countries just to be all of, Montenegro, Croatia, Greece, Albania, linked all together just to offer a fantastic opportunity, a journey, a real journey for all the the owners that will come here. So we are trying to do the same also in Dubai. Dubai today, those are the sample that we are doing in Albania. That is important. We are trying also to link the marina with the villages. In Albania, on the mountain, that are completely abandoned, there are very, very special villages. And this could be part of the experience. Many owners, they arrive in the marina and they want to visit the country. They want to have a fantastic dinner on the hill. So that is important to suggest to yacht owner, to people that has a boat. It's not necessarily a super yacht. Could be a nice boat. And they want to have an experience. They don't want to live in a compound, in a marina. They want to have also the experience around the marina. So the link with the marina and the villages all around, something special, you create also some important income also for the villages. In Dubai, what we have today is only the marinas are exactly parking place for boat. So what we are doing today there, this is the most important area in Dubai, close to the Four Seasons and the new Bulgari Hotel. This is a marina where you see here that is absolutely new, is a club, restaurant in the middle of the marina, linked with the bridge that you see there on the left, with the bridge that link directly on this new area full of buildings and stores and so on. What we are trying, speaking with the ruler, we are trying to give a possibility also in Dubai to live that part of the city. Because if not, you arrive in the marina, first of all, that is not good for them, but if you have a boat there, you don't have to, you don't have the possibility to do a lot, because you don't have island in front of you, you don't have a nice coast and so on. So the idea is to create a different lifestyle, attracting people there. If not, again, for Dubai, is something that you create very nice in the middle of the desert. So that is the concept, to create a system, to have a vision. This is what sometimes, especially, I discuss a lot also in Italy, because at the moment we have a beautiful city on the coast, a beautiful, promenade that is absolutely empty because the port is far away, and you are not creating the link, the village with the marina. Yep. So that needs a new approach.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Luca. So it's better to create an ecosystem that is going to nurture all around the territory, not only one spot.
This will be absolutely the future.
Definitely agree. Thank you very much. So we are already over our time. So dear guests, if you have questions, we can just give the microphone to you because we have very valuable guests here. So if you have questions, please feel free. Sorry, just for the microphone.
Is there a payoff if you sort of lose the storage for diesel? Does the the yacht become sufficiently lighter to reduce the amount of propulsion that you need? So is there a payoff there as well, or is it too little to actually matter?
Yeah, you mean the battery compared to the diesel storage?
Exactly, yes. Weight-wise.
The weight-wise, for example, the package of the 1 megawatt hours of battery bank is 9 tons. And the current, the fuel tanks is 30 tons. It's comparable, If we take out the battery, we can add 10 tons of fuel, for example. Yeah. But
sorry, I just wanted to answer as well, because it makes a big difference if you have a big yacht or a small power boat like we do. Having a hybrid in a boat like 8 meters, Actually, then it's really complicated because then you have a lot of batteries and then you have the diesel engine again and so on. So then you don't have a good electric boat and also not a good power boat. The bigger the yacht, the easier it is to have the hybrid.
But also to compare you to understand, what is the 9 tons of weight? 9 tons of weight, you can go at 6 knots about 100 miles, 100 nautical miles. But on the 30 tons of fuel, you can go on the same speed 11,000 miles. You see, 100 miles, 11,000 miles. It's a huge difference, you know. And the density of energy, it's not comparable with the diesel and with the electric. But it's allow you to stay 48 hours, but this is 48 hours of your life when you can enjoy. And to recharge this battery, you need just 2 hours. 48 compared to 2 hours, it's a huge difference. Yeah? And it's probably 2 hours of diesel. It's deserved to get the 48 hours on the fully silence.
Can you hear me? We have one more question, but before we proceed with that, may I kindly ask you to take out your phones also, because in this session we have enabled an active participation of all of you. Please use your Adria Future Summit app that you've downloaded on your phone. You will there see a survey. You have a couple of interesting questions, and that is the direct way you can participate. We will showcase the answers and the most popular votes and on the screen. We have one more question, I believe, in the audience. Yes?
Thank you for an interesting panel. So my question is, how much do you think AI is currently used to make the processes in the yachting industry faster and more efficient, and where do you see future? And I mean, also where do you see AI when it comes to like future of yachting industry?
The first point it's visible, it's an energy management system. As we discussed before, AI can help a lot to managing energy on the different consumers, control the time of usage and the load of usage. And we don't touching the point like in navigation or entertainment, whatever. Yeah, it's docking. AI can help for positioning and controlling the boat. But from my point of view, on technical side, is the energy management.
Do we have any more questions? Okay.
Good afternoon to everyone. I'm mostly in the yachting system. I have a question for you. As we are in Porto Montenegro, what do you think about Porto Montenegro as a marina? It is about 13 years old marina. It is developing, has a lot of berths, and in terms of experience to make like high-end events, but what else to make Porto Montenegro a better place? Thank you very much.
Luca?
Yeah, my opinion that, as I told you before, it's a brilliant sample, no, Porto Montenegro, but you are alone. In the area, there's nothing. So this is what I can tell you, the experience with the yacht owners that are my customers. They don't come here because, okay, here it's beautiful, but it's missing the experience. It's too far to do a long journey and to arrive here to have a great experience, but you don't have anything else. This is why I told you before, the idea to have an agreement, if it's possible, with your neighborhood could be a solution. You have to offer an experience, starting from Corfu or Greece, Albania. So you have to create already, discussing with all the other countries, a way to be, an alternative of the other part of the world. It's the same it's happening in the Red Sea. In the Red Sea, they did, I don't know if you have seen, beautiful island in the north of the Red Sea and in the south, but they are a spot in the middle of the ocean. So no one goes there with the yachts. It's a long trip to go there, to stay there without doing anything. So the experience, when we say experience, it's not only the place, it's not only the marina, it's the surround, what you have around the marina, what you have with your neighborhood. I want to spend here 10 days, and I want to do something different. I'm going in Turkey now this summer, with the boat. There, it's a typical sample. You have a lot of places, very nice, but you have also offers. You have a possibility to go here and there, and everything is almost linked all together. That is the key. No? You cannot today create a headache to people that they don't have time to spend to do documents. I had a bad experience in my region, in Tuscany, in Elba Island last summer with a boat. There are 4 marinas, small like this, and I spent hours in each little marina to have the permission, to have the place, to have this, to explain who we are, that I have my old mother on board and I need something special. So this is something that today you have the possibility with the technology to avoid and to create a new offer, to simplify life for people. So again, that is beautiful. My first time here, I knew everything about Port of Montenegro, but I've never been here. So this is my first time. And it's absolutely stunning, but it seems that you are the only one in the interior region. So that's to be, we have to work on it, to find a new solution for the country.
I think the visitors want to maximize their experiences wherever they go. Okay, it's for for all of us as well, because as Luca said, we don't have much time. So we want to maximize what we live and what we have in our pockets and in our experience. So it is very important to invest in experience innovation that we called today. So I think this has to be tackled like an entire perspective.
Okay. And speaking on maximizing experiences, we also are maximizing our time. So in the real time, you can see behind on the screen your responses to the questions. And I really like how you have got us all thinking and understanding a bit better what goes into luxury yachting. So you will be able to see full responses and still vote on these questions in your app. You will get to see what others have responded. You can make conversation over it on lunch. And that is my segue to thank our today's panelists and to kindly invite you all to have a break, have a lunch, network, talk about yachting, and I'll give the final words, of course, to the moderator.
Maurizio, please. Just closing remarks. So everybody's hungry. Everybody's waiting for the lunch.
Okay.
Can you close
Bon appetit.
I was watching the video, so interesting. Sorry, I get lost. I mean, as you understand, we can go on for hours. So it's. But what happened? The result of this discussion, in my opinion, is that superyacht is not, as we said at the very beginning, is not just a toy, just meters and speed. Let's say, it's more complex. It's a combination of the way you use the boat. It's a life experience, destinations, as Luca said, responsibility in the way you use the boat. So, as we said, switch off the lights, which looks silly, but it's true. It's true. So, it's the future of superyacht, the way that we think and the way that appeared from this panel, is that has to be more the owner, the shipyard, the client, the designer, the engineer has to be more responsible and to take care of the environment, take care of the water, the sea water.
Okay, thank you so much for joining and listening, giving your time. I hope you enjoy. And this is, as I start with my speech, opening speech that this is the first ever Superyacht panel in this Adria Future Summit. And I think next year, hopefully, we will have some different sessions on the Superyacht because we have many interesting, of course, subjects and headlines. So we will be discussing next year. See you next year. Thank you. Thank you.